Welcome to my channel. My name is Wendy. I'm a registered nurse, and on my channel, we talk about all things nursing. Today, we are going to talk about pre-shift anxiety. Stay tuned. Pre-shift anxiety is real, and it's something that I feel is not talked about enough. I felt it for a really long time, and even now, sometimes I feel it too. And it all stems, I think, in my opinion, from the fact that one, you may not feel too confident in your skills, and then two, the changes that is nursing. Nursing never stays the same. Your shift is never the same. And so you never know what your day is going to look like. And so that can kind of make you a little bit anxious. But I have a few tips to help you get prepared for that. First, get to work early. Ideally, as a nurse, you want to get to work early anyway, but I like to come a little bit earlier just so that I can spend some time in my car just to kind of decompress, take some deep breaths, give myself a pep talk, stay positive, take some deep breaths. And that helps a lot. I remember when I was in college, I used to have test anxiety. And what I learned was that taking deep breaths in and out really helped me. And I've been carrying that through my nursing journey. Also, during this time, I take the opportunity to just say a quick prayer to God to just kind of help me put all my requests and just let it go and have Him take care of it. And that helps me a lot. Secondly, I suggest working back to back shifts. And now I know you may say that that's too much, and yes, it is a lot. But the good thing about working back to back shifts is that the first day, you're gonna feel a little more anxiety because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But the second day, because of continuum of care, you're going to have the same patients the following day as long as they're not discharged. That means that everything that you prepared yourself for that patient the day before, you're already ready for that the second day. And so that helps you feel a little bit more calm because I promise when you went home that night before, you were thinking about what you did right, what you could have done better, right? So when you work the back-to-back shifts, you're already halfway prepared for that next shift. And that really helps to relieve a lot of anxiety. Thirdly, don't be afraid to ask questions. I like to ask questions, but I was always scared that I was asking the dumb questions, but really there's never a dumb question. So don't be hard on yourself. Ask the questions or help. Ask for help if you need it. The more you do this, the more calm you feel, especially when you're doing things that you've never done before. To have an experienced nurse next to you, kind of walking you through the process, makes you feel a little bit more calmer in executing the skill. So don't be afraid to ask questions. No question is a wrong question. Once I became comfortable with asking a question without feeling any type of way, I became more confident, and then it also helped to decrease my anxiety going into the shift because I knew that if I didn't know anything or if I didn't know something, somebody was going to be there to help me as long as I asked for that help. That kind of segues into my last tip. I remember one time I was at work and I had a PCA pump that I had to start. I had never done it before. And I asked another nurse, I'm like, hey, to give them the benefit of the doubt, they were a travel nurse. And so I had asked them, I'm like, do you know how to do this PCA pump? Can you help me out? And they said no. And I was like, wait, seriously? Like, you're joking? Like, seriously? They're like, no, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, oh. And honestly, like that really made me feel much better about myself. I mean, this person has years of experience but doesn't know how to work this out. That really made me feel like, okay, not everybody knows everything. So if they don't know and they have all this experience, then I'm okay with not knowing something. So me asking for help caused some of my other coworkers to gather around to learn how to use the PCA pump. So I wasn't alone in it. And that made me feel really good. And since then, I told myself, never be afraid to ask for help. And it has made me going to work much, much easier. So, again, just to recap, make sure you get to work early, work back to back shifts. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and nobody knows it all. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a part of this family. Till next time, bye bye.